I've opened up a new drawing because I'm going to give you an overview of what you can do using AutoMap. AutoMap is MicroSurvey's field coding system. It gives you control as you store points over layer assignments, layer color, layer line type, whether you're drawing lines or polylines for certain descriptions, gives you control over 2D or 3D for your line work. Gives you lots of control options over symbol insertion, scaling, and rotation. I've opened up a project and I've assigned the default Survey CSV AutoMap library to it. And if I can open it up, we can see that we have customized a number of descriptions. I'll just show you how the manhole description has been customized to start with. If I go to edit this manhole description, we can see that it's going to insert a symbol and it's going to customize the layers that are created for the point node and its labels. But I won't go into any more descriptions because what we'll do is we'll have a look at what it'll do for you when you import a project. So I'll save any changes and I'll close up this general configuration dialog. And just before I do my import, I'm going to point out that I've opened up a blank drawing and it has no layers pre-configured except for the ones that have been brought in by the layout here. The AutoMap system is going to create layers and insert symbols as they're required. Okay, so let me go through an import. In this case, I'm going to use a Field Genius project to demonstrate what you can do with AutoMap. But it's also important to point out that AutoMap is a useful tool when you're using a wide variety of import types. So I can import Field Genius or like a DBX, any traverse file that I import from a variety of other formats allow me to store points with descriptions, and it's the description that controls the behavior when you're using an AutoMap. Here I'm being alerted that there were some points deleted in the field. I can acknowledge that. My points have been imported, and there we have our line work. So as you can see, we've created quite a number of new layers in the drawing according to the AutoMap settings, and let's go through just a few examples of descriptions so we can see how this worked. So if I zoom in here, first of all, let's have a look at the manhole description. We can see that a symbol has been inserted and the custom purple color layer was created. I'll just regen that so that we can see nice round circles. Now let's also pay attention to the fact that there are a number of tree descriptions in here. And if I have a look at the field code that was used for each one of these, you'll notice that a -s option was added to the tree description, and that's why we see a variety of different symbol sizings. The -S5 just tells it to scale up the symbol by a factor of 5. Let's go into the AutoMap to see how that works. So on the traverse ribbon, we've got the AutoMap library. And I'm just going to hit my T key to jump down to where we've got tree. And if I edit, we can have a look at what settings are assigned to tree. So you can see that we've assigned a symbol to be inserted, and we've checked on rotate randomly. We didn't need to do anything else special for that -s option to work. Let's have a look at another type of description. Notice how these fence post lines here all have a special line type assigned to them. So if I go to the FP description, let's have a look at the settings that are assigned to FP. So notice how we've told it to plot fence post in the drawing. Notice how we've told it to create a layer named fence, to give that layer the line type of fence line 3, and to give it a color of green. And as the line work was drawn, you can see that it honored those settings. There's another setting here. These are a line of points with the description curb with a K. If I edit this one, what you'll note is again, it has been assigned a new layer. The lines are being drawn as continuous. The layer will be red. And you can also see that we've assigned that the line work be drawn as 3D and that it be drawn as polylines. The wall description, on the other hand, is right here. And if I go to edit, you can see that it's been assigned to draw 2D, just regular lines, and on a new blue layer that's called buildings. And I'll just have a look at what that looks like in the drawing. So over here, you can see the blue line work that if I pick on each one, we can see where they've been drawn. And if we look in the properties, if we look in the layer list, we can see that there is a buildings layer created. So that gives you sort of a quick overview of how AutoMap will work when you're importing topo. It's also important to point out that as long as you use consistent field codes as your computing points from point cloud or from Kogo or from modeling operations, whatever that may be, then the AutoMap settings will apply to them as well. There's lots more that you can do with an AutoMap. It's a very mature feature of MicroSurvey CAD. So at the end of this video, there's going to be a series of other links to related AutoMap videos and articles. Thanks very much for your interest in AutoMap.